How you doing tonight? Very. I don't know why comics say that, because naturally we really don't care. But this is about travel and journeys, and like I have some stuff that I want to talk about. Like most of my travels and journeys ended up me being stupid, meeting some girl on the internet and getting on a Greyhound and following her to some state that I shouldn't be in. Like, when I was 19, I made the mistake of getting married at City Hall to a girl I met at a youth shelter. I know all y'all think that was stupid. I wish you were standing next to me when I was 19. That would have made a lot more sense to me. But yeah, I got married to this girl and she ran off to California, but I'm scared of planes, and that makes traveling really hard. Especially to California, since I had to get on the Greyhound and exchange from bus to bus for 3.5 days. I feel everyone should have a Greyhound experience. Everyone should. It's really, I don't know, it was like my rite of passage as a man. Being 6'4" and stuck in a space that's only like, my knees were in my chest for like 8 hours at a time. That was really, really, really uncomfortable. And I got all the way to California. I met some amazing people, including a really heavy-set fat woman and her 8 kids that made a freaking fort of toilet paper. Not just the toilet paper rolls, like the big bags you get at like a Whole Foods store to keep other people from coming next to them while they ate Kentucky Fried Chicken at every rest stop. And then like I asked her for like a napkin, and obviously I guess she was like a single mother who happened to be a cougar, because she let me into that fort. And then I would fall asleep on her bosom for every rest stop. It was really comfortable. But like after all that, after amazing things, I got to California and I met my wife that I was here with for like a year right before I went over there. And like, we were together for like a year and like 6 months before she got fat and started cheating on me. So, I don't know, like people say that cheating starts because you did something wrong or you didn't show them that you love them enough. But I think getting on a dirty fucking Greyhound bus and having to brush and wash my body in a sink at a rest stop is love. I think that's love. I think that shows that I really love her. Like, it was crazy. Like, coming back was even more amazing. Because after like 3 years of being cheated horribly in a state that was far, far away from home, because I grew up here. I grew up in Crown Heights. When I grew up, this used to be a garage and a crack spot. So, being able to perform here in front of all you lovely people is amazing. But coming back, I met this one girl that was crying with who I thought was her boyfriend at the bus stop in like Oceanside, California. Why the hell I was in Southern California, it made no sense to me. Because I'm from New York, and our summers are humid. You see all the women glistening from that nice sweat glow? That shit doesn't happen in Oceanside, California. It's like 110 degrees of dry heat. She should have told me that when she made me fall in love with her. Like, Steve, you're gonna come to hell where old people come to die. Like, we lived in a housing tract with a bunch of old people, and we would argue, it would echo through the whole neighborhood. But I met this one girl that her boyfriend was going off to Iraq, and we were on a bus together from probably Oceanside, California to Nevada. And while on the bus, the conversation went from why she was crying, it was sad that her boyfriend was going to Iraq, to the fact that I'm a skater and I had on really, really tight jeans and she could see the outline of a condom in my pocket, to what size condom I wore, to the fact that she could put her legs behind her head. And Of course, me being a perv that I am, I was like, do it. And this young, beautiful lady put her legs behind her head while on a Greyhound bus while it was moving. And that was amazing to me. She ended up being an editorial model from Utah. So I think being repressed in Utah made her like hone those skills. But like traveling is an awkward thing for me because I don't fly, like I told you before. It's not that I'm scared of heights or anything, because I'm a thrill seeker. I can base jump, I can snowboard off a cliff that's like 50,000 feet in the air, but I'm just scared of the structure of a plane. I know you all looking at me like I'm a big pussy, but just listen, it's just the structure of the plane. It doesn't have to be moving. The engine doesn't have to be on. It just scares the shit out of me. And people never understand that. Like, I've lost girlfriends because I didn't fit their 5-year plan. And their 5-year plan included a man that would impregnate them and travel the world with them. And they weren't okay with just going on cruises and taking the bus everywhere. I've also lost out on like amazing things, like going to like Ireland with a plane full of models. I know half the men in here want to punch me in the nuts right now, but like beautiful models aren't enough to make me get over a fear of flying. It's just not enough, because they're soulless, evil women. If it was like a plane full of nuns, I'd probably feel safer, because God's on our side. Wow. Y'all are taking this way better than I thought you would. Oh my God, this is a journey in my life right now. Wow, this is the first time I've ever got on the stage and got this many laughs for the first time. Who said that? How do you heckling someone at a reading series? That's not supposed to happen. Yo, shut up, fat boy. I can start making fun of you, but I'm gonna go with the theme. No, it's a themed show. Shh. So you're gonna have to have a journey to this ass woman I'm gonna give you if you don't shut the fuck up. Oh wow, this is amazing. Another thing is, like, I know half the people in this crowd aren't from New York or not. Like, you might be from like Arkansas, Iowa, Washington State, Kansas, Virginia. I don't think that half you women should have passed state lines with your boyfriend. I don't need extra freaking, I don't need extra competition in my neighborhood. Like, all the beautiful women can stay, but every man that came from gentrification should go home. Just go home. It'd just be way easier for me. Because y'all come here, y'all mess up, y'all break up with them, and then there's scorned New York women. I want them when they're freaking wholesome girls from out of town. That would work way better for me. And like, it's been to the point that me being from the neighborhood is not good enough a pickup line. Because there's some guy that's from like Denmark or some fucking country where he had to suffer at, whatever, and him transitioning into the neighborhood is awesome. Or he happened to go to the same college that her brother went to in some state I don't know the name of. It's become very difficult to get a date nowadays. And him taking pictures is kind of awesome, and I don't know, it's like nerve-wracking also. It's like after every 3 lines I say, I hear it's like throwing me off. But I hope you catch my good side. Don't let me look straight at you and take a picture, because I'm an ugly motherfucker dead on. Exactly. See? You got it. Wow. I apologize. Usually I'm not this nervous. Usually I just hit the quick 8 minutes and I'm off. But it's just amazing. I'm like bubbly like a little kid. Thank you for the sympathy woos. That's what every man needs, is like a sympathy woo. Women should take note and do that during sex. I'm just saying, it's a sympathy woo during sex. We make everything better. Unless he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, then you gotta take him through a journey of life and let you be the first girl to tell him that he's doing it wrong. Because there's so many men that go through life humping women like dogs. And girls just think they're hot and you just let them do it. Then they break up with him and become a lesbian. Am I done? You want me to go on longer? No? On a better note? Oh, wow. Give me a moment, sorry. You want me to read a poem? Oh, gosh. A really short poem. Okay. This has nothing, like my poetry has nothing to do with this situation. But she just asked me to read a short poem. As my closing. Just because it's the reading series. Just bear with me. I'm not as good as those guys sitting in the reserve booth. It's called After the Beat. After the Beat. Basically, it's a poem about some girl breaking up with me and me stalking her over her voicemail. Anyway, your voicemail and I are so well acquainted that it greets me by my first name. Hello, Steve Carr. Glad you can leave a message. What made you give me a cold shoulder? What made a new love get so stale and old? Love, please put your anger on hold and click over to rationality, even if it's only to explain why you're mad at me. Huh? You feel I should know? But of course I don't. So I'm left whispering sweet nothings to your dial tone.